Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is a new game to me called Shuntle. It's by the creator of Dordle and Fibble and Wormle and such. Should be fun. And the game centers around having spaces in the words. So we're going to start with space. Okay, not bad on the left. Let's get new letters for the right. I don't know why, I just thought of round. Why not? Okay, and oh, there's an A-U. So the left word is like A-U-E or something. Probably. Is it gauge? Cause, something like that. Let's get a G fourth if we can to test that. Is there a way to do that? You know what? We can get a G in general with right, and I think that's good enough for now. Okay, sure. I guess right was right. Right was always going to be right, though. So not gauge. Good to know. Mauve, the color. Whoa. Okay, that solve was really good. Okay, not much to say about that. I got lucky. That was super lucky. Okay, I'll take it. How'd you do? Let's do Fibble. Each guess has exactly one lie in it. So maybe this R should have been gray or yellow. Maybe this D should have been green. We don't know. In fact, if there's a TREN word or an REND word, I'd like to start with that, but I can't think of one. So what do I even want to do? I could end in rent. That might work. Is there a rent word or a dren word? Why can't I think of anything? Okay, instead of that, maybe I'll do like maybe I'll do something like rang. Like you rang it out. Let's just see what that gives us. Interesting result. So yeah, we have two contradictions here, right? Because so basically we know there's two lies total. There's a lie in trend and a lie in rang. But we also know there's a lie between these ends, right? One of them has to be lying because they disagree. But also this E or this A has to be lying, because they both claim to be green in that slot. They can't both be green in that slot. So one of them is also lying, which means we found both our lies. One's in these ends and one's in this EA. So all of this is true. Oops. All of this is true, not the ends, of course. So there is an R second, and there's either an E or an A second. And I know that it's not neither, because if both of these were lying, then the ends would still disagree, and that's no good. We wouldn't have a lie for them. So it's RE or RA, and then either we've got, if it's RA, then that means the E is lying, so it's RAN. So I'm going to keep doing RAN there. I think that's the best way to go. I can't end in D, I can't end in G, I can't end in E. I could end in E, actually. That would be perfect. So the E should have been yellow. And I can do brain. Crane is better. Let's do crane. Interesting result. We know this R is true. The E is claiming to be yellow, which is very interesting. So the N is double downing, but we could still do RAN. Actually, if we did that, we'd have to start with E. And I just don't know. I don't think that's a word. So maybe the N is actually lying here, which means the E is true, which means both of these A's lied. And then that yellow E agrees. So I think we're RE and then just new letters. Like fresh, maybe? Wow, fresh was the answer. Okay, I'll take it. Cool, I logicked it out. A little bit of assumptions there, but I think they were valid assumptions. I think it was very hard to get it to work otherwise. Cool, well, how'd you do? Let's do Betweenle. I'll start with lucky. So what this orange dot is telling us is very close to the top, which means our answer is very close to lucky. And in fact, this is 7.7% of all words are between lucky and our answer. And this 42 is 42% of words. You can see that lucky is pretty close to 50% through the words, which is why I start with it. And it's a lucky start, right? So 7% from L, I'm thinking that might skip over the rest of L. Like there's not much left for L. It definitely skips over M. We might even start with O, but I'm going to do a late N word instead. Maybe something like nutty. Okay, that was a little bit too far, but not much. So I do think we start with N. It's just an earlier N. Probably like NO then, because 6.68% is not much. North, maybe? Okay, a little bit further, a little bit earlier than north, a little closer to the beginning of the alphabet. So NO. I mean, Norse wouldn't be far enough. 0.25% is about 20-ish words. I don't know exactly how many, but it's about 20. Hmm. I'm trying to work backwards here, like NOP maybe, or NOO. Is there an NOO word? I can't think of one. There's no plurals in this game, so we can't just do like a 4-letter word ending in S, like noons or something. So maybe I do NON. I know nonce is a word. I don't think it would be the answer, but we'll guess it. Not far enough. Okay, so maybe NOM or NOL? Nomad. Let's try nomad. It's still not far enough. All right, we got like 2 or 3 words between nomad and our answer. So NOL then? Is NOL a thing? I really don't see NOL working. NOK I don't see working. J, no. NOI, noise. There we go. Okay. Wow, surprising how few words are between noise and nomad. That's interesting. All right, well, how'd you do? All right, let's play Shuntle. This is a game created by the creator of Dordle and Fibble and things like that. And the game, so right now we have a 7-letter word, but there might be spaces at the start or end. So it might be a shorter word, just with like, so it could be like space stare, space, right? Or it could be space, space stare. Or it could be a 7-letter word. So I'm going to start with a 7-letter word. We'll do, let's do maidens and just see where that goes. Okay, so this is saying there's an A and an E somewhere. Okay, so we should use that. So maybe we try a 5-letter word in the center. I'd like to get as many letters as possible, though. I think guessing 7-letter words is the way to go here. I'm not entirely sure, but what can we do? Like TRA, like tracer. I can't put the E there. Tracker works. All right, I got the E in the right spot. That's good. There's an A somewhere still. There's a T somewhere. I don't know that I'm going to be able to form a 7-letter word at this point. So maybe we start putting spaces. Maybe we end in E, right? And there's a space at the end. We could do a space at the start as well if we wanted to. Put the A here. Do a 5-letter word in the middle. Like ATE maybe. And then what do we start with? Elate. Let's repeat the E and see if there's more than one E. All right, I was right about it starting and ending with a space. I was right about where the A and the E go. There's not a second E, and I don't know where the T goes. So we could check if it's something like tape with another space here. And it was. Nice. Okay, so we had a 4-letter word with 3 spaces. Nice. All right, well, what do you think of this game, and how'd you do? All right, let's play Word 500. Let's start with taper. All right, we've got 1 yellow. So what these clues mean is that one of these letters is yellow. We don't know which. I'm going to assume it's the E, which is the most common letter in any word. And I'll move it to the end, which I think is one of the most common places for the E, if not the most. Just got to think of a word that ends in E at this point. How about shine? All red is, we love all red. It's one of the best results. So, because it means that we know none of those letters are in the word. We get so much info, and it wasn't the E that was yellow. So we'll assume it's the other vowel. We'll put A in the middle. A likes to be in the middle. Black works. 1 yellow still. So if we assumed the A was right, then we're in this situation here, which means a lot of the letters aren't in the word. We got to move the A again. We could move it here. We have other vowels available to us. We could be an OA word, for example. OA something. I I'm running out of ways to do double consonants though, so maybe it would be more like OA like this. Like tonal, but we can't have the T, N, or L. Focal. No, we can't end in L, so let's think of something else. It's kind of hard, huh? I thought of madam, but A can't actually go second, so that's no good. AY? Could also be a U instead of an O, or we could be something else entirely. Hmm. I'm wondering about starting with A. There's some way that works. I don't see it. Okay, so I think what's happened here is I think that's not the A. So if I double click this Word 500 logo, it does reset everything, but it keeps the 5 reds that it gave us. So I think there's no A in the word. I think that we maybe had an R, so that way we can do a double consonant. So we can put the R second. And we could try like CR, I guess. Like it doesn't really matter which one we're trying. I'm not even going to color this. Just CR and then just come up with a word. Can't do crumb. I thought crumb would be good, but we used to be already. CRO or CRU. Crowd? Crowd is good. 2 yellows in crowd. So maybe I got the R right still. And maybe I got the C right and they're just elsewhere. Let's see what that looks like. Oops, that should have been yellow. So what would we do with that? We'd only have the U, which is kind of a problem, I think. For vowels, or we'd have a Y. We could end in CRY, but I don't know how we'd start that word. Okay, I think probably I was wrong about the R then, or the C. What do we do here? There's still also the possibility that A was right, and then I just found 2 more letters in crowd. Not the CR. I don't see what that would be, but let's think about if we got the T here. If this was the T, and then we had 1 of these letters, and then 2 of these letters. But I mean, it could be the C. It wouldn't be the R. Probably the O. We need the O. Yeah, this is tough. So I need another letter from crowd. Maybe we'd get the C. Let's try that first. So C, O, and T. So O second maybe, and then C, and then end in T or something, or CTY. Is that something? No. I want to do like decoy, right? That's obviously wrong, but I don't know why that even came to my head. Wait, does decoy work? No, decoy doesn't have anything in taper. Okay. So there is another strategy I can do here, which is things that I think aren't in the word. I could just try to use 5 of those if I can, or at least as many as I can. So for example, I think there's no A in the word, right? So if we can come up with a word that uses A, that could prove that there's no A. If I then use the, maybe I mean, I'm just basically down to trying to use like A and O, like an OA word with a D or a W. Can't end in D though, so like something like that, or maybe a woman almost works. It doesn't though, because of the N. So if I use the W, I wouldn't be able to use a D here. Wagon is not even spelled that way. Yeah, without ending in AN, AD, maybe something like OWAY. No. Could I start with A? Put the O over here somewhere. End in W, arrow. Can't be R though. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to guess arrow, and I'm going to hope that it's, I know it's a filler, but I'm going to hope it's five reds. Okay, so 1 of the letters is right in arrow. Darn, that 1 yellow is the worst result. It could be the R, it could be the A. Maybe it's the O. I'm going to guess it's probably the O. Maybe I shouldn't have used the O there. I don't know what to do here. Well, A wouldn't be starting the word. If there was an A, we wouldn't start the word. I think there's no A still. I think there's no R as well. If I guess argon, no, that might be one yellow from the O. Can I actually come up with a word that might be the answer? Is that too much to ask? Let's try R here. If R was yellow this whole time, it would be like this. We'd have none of this. So no A, no O, no W. I need a C or a D. And I only have U's available for the... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one more filler here, and I'm going to include the U. Let's actually do muggy. I know it's weird. Darn, one yellow and muggy. Okay, I don't think we end in Y then. We can't end in Y then. So that reduced that. I can do one more filler if I need it. So one of the letters in muggy is correct, and it's not something I've guessed before because muggy was all new. I don't know if it's the U or if it's the M or G. I'm not sure what to do here. I want to do one more filler. I'm going to try for 5 reds again. Something like... Let's do grunt. I don't know. I'm hoping. 2 greens and grunt. Wow. Well, okay. So this is the first time we've gotten greens. This R would have been green if it was in the word, right? So we know R's out. It's possible the G was green here. It's possible the U is green here. There is no N in the word, so it can't be the N. It's possible the T was correct and it's green here. So let's assume this was right and we actually don't have a U in the word. Then this would be what that coloring would be. This would be this coloring. There'd be no A. I need an O or a W in the word. Probably the O, given that we need a vowel. So it would have to be G-O ending in T. That's what we know so far. I don't like that already. We need a C or a D in the word. And I already can't think of a word like that. So maybe it's not the GT. Let's go with U in the middle here. No G. We know there's no R. R is out. And then we'd end in T. So because there's no R or N in the word, we actually know that 2 of G, U, T are in the word. So we got to think of the combinations there. It's either G, U, U, T, or GT. Try GT. Let's try UT. The only way the T is out is if we're G, U in place, which is kind of an interesting deduction there. Could it be a G, O, U word? I can't think of what that would be. Okay, so what do we know now? We need something between this UT. Can't be the C. So if we had a C in the word, we couldn't start with C, and we couldn't put C there, so C would be second. I really don't see how that works, so no C. If we had an A in the word, it would be second. No, it couldn't be. Oh, no, we know there's no A in the word because of taper. Okay. An O would go probably before this U. I think we have the O. And that means we have a D. So we would be probably D-O-U something T. Doubt? Yes, it is doubt. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's a hard word. It was from black, it was the B. As yellow, I kind of just assume B's don't go anywhere but the start. From taper, it was the T, the thing that I kept not trying. Okay, well, I mean, I had to do 3 fillers, which was annoying, but I did eventually get it. Doubt was tough. How'd you do? Getting myself another cough drop for the next game. Let's do polygonal. We have an 8-letter word here, and this letter repeats, this letter repeats. So we could end in ing. It doesn't give us any repeats, but this makes us think of a 5-letter word that ends in ing. I like, I don't know, what do I like? T here? No, I think I like T here. Actually. Not sure what I like here. I thought of spooping. Is that a word? No? Okay. Let's look at double E here, just to fill that out. Yeah, I can't think what would go here for that. And then we can look at O as well. Okay. So maybe this is double consonant, and then I think it would have to be an O here. So we'd have an O-ing ending. Following has a W. Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, maybe it's not ing then. Let's look at like ST. No. That doesn't work. I prefer the vowel to be here. Maybe like an A, TTA or something. Or A. There's a lot of letters that can repeat here. I want to end in like ED or something. So then maybe you want that to be the L. Or ated. Ated is a good ending. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one quickly in Hexpert. A-N-E-D? O or... Thinking about like Kappa. No. Or R. This feels like a word, doesn't it? Like graded or something, or paraded. It's not. Serrated. All right, I'm actually going to do a filler then. Let's start with machined. I was right about the ED ending, but I don't have any of these other letters. So, I don't know. Let's think about ED a little bit longer, but I might just do the second filler of robustly to get the other vowels. I like the idea of this being an O then. I don't know how to finish this. All right, yeah, we'll just do robustly then. It was an O. This is ED. B's like to be at the start. Doesn't have to be. It's borrowed. Okay, yeah, that was tough. But I mean, machined robustly just got us the answer. Just gave it away. It usually does. All right. Barrages. What? So was there wasn't an ing, was there? There were 2 ings, hollowing and wrecking, but none of those are common words. INGS. I didn't think about INGS. IONS, millions. Yeah, the plurals. I always forget about plurals. Billings. But anyway, it was borrowed anyway. Let's do the mini. All right, it's a sleet day. Nothing from sleet. So, what are we doing? Maybe double O there? Droop. A D. Okay, of all things, we have a D. Could it be like ADD something? Like caddy? Like caddy. Nice. All right, golfing term. Cool. Well, how'd you do on these? Let's do Symble. I'll start with Blaze. All right, so the Z caught one. So we're going to assume that this Z is a yellow, that the yellow's in that slot. So I'm going to try an ER word. Let's do tiger. That's fun. All right, it is an ER word, and the first letter is a TI, or is an I or a G. Interesting. I'm going to assume it's a G then. G something something ER, like gamer, but not. Goner is goner. It doesn't start with G. It starts with I, and it's inner. Nice. All right, inner in 4, not bad. ER words are always tough. How'd you do? All right, let's play Fusele. Let's start with, I don't know why. I'm going to start with grape. Okay, so in this, so we didn't learn about the E, so we still don't know if there's an E, because that was the twist on this one. We didn't learn about that slot. Here we have to guess anything but a real word. So I want to test the E at the end again. I want the S, the T, the L, the N. Let's just do that. All right, does not end in E. All we know is there's an N here. Maybe it's like an NNY word, like funny. Okay, we have a lie. This twist had a lie in it. So the lie is not the N. I don't know what the lie is though. Could it be the Y at the end? Like, how would we form this? I don't think it's the Y at the end. Maybe it's the U. Maybe the U is supposed to be somewhere. I'm not sure how to form this word. Are we ending in like UND or something? OUND? Found. I think, oh no, that's two lies and funny. Bound then. Let's try to guess bound. All right, so this gave us alphabetical clues. So all that's told us is that the letter that goes here is not nearby these letters alphabetically. We're learning very little here. So if there is a U in the word, it's not third. Here we're going to get symbol-like clues. That's one of the best ones we can get. What are we going to end with, though? N what? It's not NE, it's not ND. It could still be NY. That's starting to feel like the only option, unless we end with a vowel, which is possible. An I or an O. Can I end in NY? Is kind of the question on my mind. If there's a U, then it's first or second. Otherwise, oh no, with the Y, we wouldn't have a U. Okay. So what would this be? I feel like a vowel, maybe? What kind of word are we forming here that ends in Y? I'm not sure. Shiny or something? Yeah, so like maybe INY, but it's not SH because there's no S in the word. But there's just something similar. This is tough. Maybe it doesn't end in Y then. What's the lie? Is it the F? Do we start with F still? I just don't know how to end this word. N what? N-O? N-I? Doesn't seem good. I'm going to just do a pure filler because this is the symbol clue. So pure filler is going to work really well. I'd like to know what was lying in funny. So maybe I'll end in Y. I don't think it's the U. I don't think we can use the, well, we could use the U second. What would I do here? Maybe something like ducky. I don't know. Let's just try ducky. It is NY. Luckily, Y is considered a vowel because in this twist, in these dotted lines, I have to put vowels. So there is no U in the word. The lie was the Y. So there's no F or second N, and there's no U. So I just didn't think of the word that ended in NY, unfortunately. Still haven't thought of it. We're narrowing down what it can be. It's an I or an O. It's not ebony. There's no E. Oh, could it be double O? Oh, it can't be double O because we tried O here. Interesting. Could it be IO? I don't see how it would be IO. We know there's no F. Okay. I'm scanning the keyboard, trying to remind myself. There's no F. I have to use a vowel here. Maybe I'll do another filler. I have to use a vowel here, so I'll try the O or the I there. I have to end in a vowel, though. That's going to be tough. I might just choose maybe I'll choose an E and just get other letters here. So what do I want to learn about? I don't even know. Maybe a V here. An H here. Okay. Whom it does not have an E at the end, though. What if I did like a quote or something, or quoth? Oh, I have to end with a vowel though. This feels wrong. I was just thinking I could get the U that way. I want to get the I though. Biome. Let's try biome. We learned that there's no O. We learned there's an I in the word. We end in NY, there's an I in the word. Wow. What is this word? Is it obvious at this point? Whiny? It's whiny. Okay. I just didn't think of that at all. All right. Well, those are the games for today. Hope you enjoyed them. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.